Hey guys, I know this is really awkward as a video, but I'm gonna show you how to play some major and minor chords. The first chord I'll show you is a G. That is a full G that basically every beginner should know. There's a more for advanced guitarists. There's that G. Then there's for the super beginners, and then the intermediate. The only difference in this chord is the way you hold your fingers. For the first G that I played, you put your pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E. You put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. Your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, and your index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. The second chord that I showed you is the exact same chord, but with a different variation. All you want to do is take your index finger away and mute the A string with your middle finger that's holding down the 3rd fret of the low E, so your A string does not make a sound. Switch G that I use. The next G that I'll show you is you put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the high E, your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E, and your index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. And the final way to play a G, the way that I learned, is your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the low E, your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and your pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E. The next chord I'll show you is a C. There's no real way to play a C in different variations. Some people might feel more comfortable using different fingers, but for the most part, this is the way you hold your fingers to play a C. With your ring finger, you're going to want to mute the low E while putting it on the 3rd fret of the A string. You want to bring your middle finger up to play the 2nd fret of the D string. The G string is open, and you want to bring your index finger to the 1st fret of the B string, leaving the high E open to play a C. For a more full, some people play a C by putting your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the low E, your pinky on the 3rd fret of the A string, and the rest is the same. I do not prefer to play it this way, but some people do. The next chord that I'm going to show you is an A minor. The low E, the A string are both open. You place your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. You place your ring finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and your index finger on the 1st fret of the B string. The final chord that I'm going to show you is a D. The way some guitars play is like this. The way others play is like this. But the way that I play is like this. Notice that the chord still makes the same sound. You're just showing a variation of how you hold your fingers. The first way that I showed is, by the way, you do not play the low E, because it does not include in the formation of a D string. So you're playing from the A string down. But anyway, you're going to want to put your index finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the high E, and your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. The second way that I showed, you are going to place your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, your ring finger on the 2nd fret of the high E, and your pinky on the B string. And my way is placing your index finger across all 3 frets and bringing your ring finger up. So that is holding your index finger across the 3rd fret of the G the B and the high E, and bringing your ring finger to the 3rd fret of the B string. You can play nearly any beginner song with those chords, and you need to practice as often as you possibly can to be good at playing all of these chords. Then you will be the life of every party that you ever go to. Continually practice these chords in different variations. Thank you very much for watching.